He's killing my friend.
Who's killing your friend?
Chimp, my chimpanzee.
Oh, your chimpanzee is killing your friend.
Yes. He ripped her apart. Hurry up. Hurry up, please.
There's someone on the way.
With guns, please. You shoot him.
What is the monkey doing? Tell me what the monkey's doing.
He ripped her face off.
Pause. Let's take a step back. Before we analyze the gruesome attack back in 2009, February 16th, let me introduce you to Travis the Chimp and his upbringing. On October 21st, 1995, Travis was taken from his mother Susie when he was only 3 days old and was then sold to Jerome and Sandra Harold for $50,000. Travis in many ways was like their child. He dressed himself, did chores, ate meals with the family, and even used a computer. He was an animal actor. He appeared in several television shows and commercials, including the Coca-Cola one I played in the beginning of the video, as well as a television program including The Maury Povich Show and The Man Show. And if you watch the movie Note by Jordan Peele, some of the movie scenes were inspired by him and his incident. Constant tragedy hit the Harolds family. During the 2000s, their only child was killed in a car accident, and just 4 years later, Jerome Harold lost his battle with cancer. Sandra Harold used Travis as a comfort animal. For her losses, she began to pamper him. It was stated that the pair ate all their meals together, bathed together, and slept together every night. Travis began having his erratic behavior just before Jerome died. On February 16th, 2009, tragedy struck when Travis the Chimp, a chimpanzee who had gained national celebrity over the years, viciously attacked the owner's close friend, Charla Nash.
This is Sandy. 241 Rockland Road.
What's the problem?
Send the police.
Charla was a frequent visitor of the Harold's home, as the pair had been friends for many years. Another incident, when Travis escaped the house with Harold's car keys, it all went left. In an attempt to lure him back in the house, Nash held out his favorite toy, a Tickle Me Elmo doll. Though Travis the Chimp recognized the doll, Nash had recently changed her hair, which may have confused and scared him. He attacked her outside the home, and Sandra Harold had to intervene. She originally hit Travis with a shovel, until resorting to stabbing Travis in the back with a knife. She later recalled, "For me to do something like that, to put a knife in him, was putting one in myself." She frantically called 911, which was the clip I played in the beginning.
Tell him to shoot him. Please tell him. Please tell him to kill him, please.
They did, Sandra. They're shooting at him already, okay?
But he's not dead.
I know. They will continue until he's dead, okay? I just need...
Our next story has to do with Siegfried and Roy. Some like to call them master illusionists, whose mix of glitz, charm, and wild cats symbolize the thrill of Las Vegas. On October 3rd, 2003, started out as a day of celebration and ended with a night of terror. At his lavish 59th birthday party, Roy Horn, the dark-haired half of the team, ushered in the early hours of the morning with 500 friends and fellow entertainers. The lions and tigers was Roy's domain, and his ability to communicate with them as marvelous and mysterious at the same time. Roy didn't so much train the animals as bonded with them through a technique he liked to call affectionate conditioning. Raising tiger cubs from birth, sleeping with them until they're 1 year old. When an animal gives you its trust, Roy has said, you feel like you have been given the most beautiful gift in the world. But on the night of October 3rd, that trust was broken. 45 minutes into the show, at about 8:15, Roy let out Manticore, a 7-year-old white tiger born in Mexico. The 380-pound cat became distracted by someone in the 1,500-member crowd and broke his routine. Straying towards the edge of the stage with no barrier protecting the audience, Roy leaped to put himself between Manticore and the front row, only a few feet away. The tiger kept coming. Roy gave him the command to lie down, and Manticore refused, gripping the trainer's right wrist with his paw. Manticore relaxed the grip, but Roy had been straining to pull away and fell backwards on the tiger leg. In an instant, Manticore was on top of him, clamping his powerful jaws around Roy's neck. A couple of gasps went up in the crowd, though many people had thought this incident was a part of the act. It wasn't like he grabbed him viciously, said an audience member. He just grabbed him by the throat and walked off stage. Some members of the show who witnessed the incident say the cat didn't necessarily mean to kill, but was confused by the break of the routine and angry about being disciplined. Horrified workers backstage sprayed the tiger with a fire extinguisher to get him off Roy. When that failed, they beat the animal over the head with the fire extinguisher. Manticore finally ran to his cage. The tiger, they later learned, had torn Roy's jugular vein, barely missing a certain artery. But Roy ended up surviving. Both of these incidents I have showed you, both of the victims had ended up surviving. But has anybody died to a certain pet animal? And that leads us to our third story about Humphrey the hippo. Meet Marius Ailes. The 40-year-old farmer raised Humphrey from the age of 5 months after the young hippo was stranded during a flood. Currently 6 years old at the time, the hippo lived in a specifically built dam on the farm. Marius also kept a giraffe and a rhino. Marius would often ride Humphrey's back and hand-feeded him apples, despite the beast's razor-like teeth. Hippos are notorious for being one of the most dangerous animals in the world, but Humphrey seemed to buck that trend. Warned by many friends and family members of the potential dangers of keeping Humphrey, but Marius didn't listen. There's a relationship between me and Humphrey, and that's what some people don't understand. They think you can only have a relationship with dogs, cats, and domestic animals. But I have a relationship with the most dangerous animals in Africa. And like some people like to say, play dangerous games, you get dangerous results. And Marius wasn't so lucky. Later incident that isn't really documented was bitten to death by the 1.2-ton hippo. His savage body was found submerged in the river, where ironically, years earlier, the hippo had been rescued from a flood. Well, if there's anything you learned from this video is that wild animals need to be in the wild. And I'm Simply Jay. Peace.